say how proud I am of everybody that's on the stage here today, but also of our students that are in the audience today. Ms. Pruitt and Ms. Stender and Peter have done an excellent job over the last several years. Bullying is something that we take very, very seriously at Stonebridge High School. We're also, though, at a point that we're not naive enough to think that we're able to 100% stamp out bullying all the time. I think if everybody in here thinks back over the course of their life, you can remember an instant or a time where you have either felt bullied, or probably you can probably think of a time where you might have actually bullied someone else. The things we're going to talk about today is directly related to students, their experiences, and what we can do to help stop that. The most important thing, though, is that it's a climate and a change that needs to take place from the inside out. So I'm going to turn over this time, but I do appreciate everybody's attention today. And once again, it's something I'm very appreciative of everyone on the stage and being able to share their experiences. So let me turn it over this time.
Thank you, Mr. Wilbur. Welcome to our 2014 Bulldogs Don't Bully Assembly. I am Stephen Weber. This is Casey Dwyer and Taylor Holm. We'll be your MCs for the assembly today. So some of you may have seen this at Belmont Ridge. We asked you to try to stay paying attention. We've changed it up a little bit. We've added some more videos, more skits, changed up some of the information, so you may think you know everything, but chances are you don't. So just try to pay attention. You owe us. We got you out of class, so keep that in mind. And here's Casey.
Alright guys, so as we're watching this show today, you may recognize some of the bullying behaviors as things that you and your friends do. And if that's the case, it's not too late to change. Everybody on the stage is here to help you become a better person. So listen to the advice they're going to give you during the show today. Start making amends with the people that you've hurt, and start being kinder to everyone around you. It's going to take a while, but you can do it. You can become a better person.
And if you are being bullied, you're not alone. You're never alone. Everybody on the stage has encountered some kind of bullying, and we know that it's not a good feeling. So I remember when I was a freshman and I was new and I felt alone and I didn't have anyone. But then I saw this assembly and saw that I had a whole stage of new friends. And today that's what we are here to do for you. We are all your friends and you can come to us. So next, our first group is going to introduce what is bullying.
Hi guys, I'm Lily, and we're going to talk to you guys about what bullying is. So bullying is defined as unwanted aggressive behavior among boys, children that involves real or perceived power and power. But really defining bullying is simpler than that. It's being inconsiderate of someone's feelings or purposely putting them down.
Bullying isn't just the classic big hit on little kid anymore. As times change, so do our interactions. Bullying is anything from spreading rumors, letting others feel unwanted, making fun of them on social media, giving them dirty looks in the lunchroom. Bullying's real.
In addition to everything she said, another big type of bullying is hazing. Hazing is sometimes disguised as initiation or tradition. When you're initiating somebody or you're giving them a tradition, sometimes you're joking around, but often the joke is taken way too far. And when you're taking the joke way too far, just think about what you're doing. Think about the seriousness of it. Think about the repercussions. That one little action you had can affect you your entire life.
Bullying doesn't just happen in boys' sports, but in girls' sports as well. Just because girls don't push each other into lockers doesn't mean there aren't other forms of bullying going on. In high school sports, there can be a huge range of talent on one team. Tensions can be really high because everyone's shooting for the same goal. So don't put someone down and make them feel bad just for trying their best, because that is the goal.
Yeah, going back to what Gus said, jokes are a form of bullying too. I mean, jokes can be funny, they can make you laugh, but sometimes they aren't funny, and even if they're intended to be, it can be crude and offensive, and it can really hurt the people around you.
Another huge form of bullying is exclusion. We've all walked into a room before and felt completely alone or had no partner to choose in class. And that's a feeling that nobody should ever feel. It doesn't take a lot to turn to the person next to you and ask if they want to work with you, and I can guarantee it'll make their day.
Okay, so now that you guys have learned a little bit more about bullying, some of you may have realized you bullied without even knowing it. It's never too late to change your actions. It's never too late to apologize. It's always a step in the right direction for both you and the victim. So next we're going to hear a little bit more about cyberbullying.
We're going to talk about cyberbullying. So to start off, raise your hand if you have a smartphone.
Alright, and keep your hand up if you have any form of social media. So that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, if you have access on any of those.
Now keep your hands up if you've ever seen bullying on one of these sites.
Okay, now look around. Put your hands down. A lot of people feel invincible behind their screens, but would you say the things you say online to them in person? Although the effects of cyberbullying can't always be seen on the surface, know that your words hurt and they can lead to a lasting damage. And in the video we're about to show you guys, you can see how cyberbullying affected this boy and how it led him to his life.
I pray that nobody here knows this kind of pain, this pain of losing a child. I am totally convinced that this is the worst pain that a human being could ever encounter in a life, is to lose a child. You all are loved beyond belief. And he found out that her friends and her thought it would be funny for her to pretend to like him online and get him to share and say very personal stuff, which she copied and pasted into other IMs and sent them around for a good laugh at his expense. I can't imagine the pain, the humiliation he must have felt as he stood there and these girls laughed at him. The group that we need to reach first and foremost is the bystanders. The group that stood there and laughed, that let this happen to begin with. The group that was too scared to step in and say, hey, this isn't right. I want every young person in this room that is not a bully and not bullied, but a bystander, to make a commitment that from this point on, for the rest of your life, you're not going to just stand by and laugh or let this happen. You, as a group, have the most power in this school to turn this school around and make it the best school that a young person could possibly ever go to. I can't stress enough to you guys what a terrible mistake my son made. And I pray that any young person in this audience that feels the way Ryan felt, that you give life a chance. I promise you, things work out in the long run. You haven't lived long enough to know that this is such a short period of your life. I promise you, when you get up to 30, 40, 50, you look back, this is only 2-3 years out of your life. Sure, it might have been a hellhole, but it's not forever. And things do get better if you give it a chance. And I just hope that you guys have the courage to step forward and ask for help when you ever feel the way Ryan felt. Please don't ever forget Ryan's story and the fragility of adolescence. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
insecure. If you are being bullied, always remember that it's not your fault, it's the bullies. Always stand strong. Hang out with your friends, do the things you want to do, and participate in activities that you like. Don't let the bully get inside your head and stop you from doing what you love.
If you're being bullied, one of the best things you can do is physically remove yourself from the situation. Walk away, stop texting that person, sit somewhere else. You have a right to remove yourself from situations that make you feel unsafe or uncomfortable. But if you're in a situation where you can't walk away, just try and ignore what the bully is saying. It can be hard to let things roll off your back, but just because the bully says something doesn't make it true. If you know that you get to define who you are, not some bully, you can have the power of the situation.
Don't be afraid to go and talk to a parent or a teacher or a counselor or even any adult that you trust and tell them what's happening to you. In most cases, they'll be able to help you and even get the bully to stop.
If you're being bullied, don't keep it all to yourself. Let someone know. One of the most powerful and dangerous weapons a bully has is to make you feel isolated. But you're not alone. There are so many people here who want to help you and are here for you to talk to. So please, know that you don't have to go through this alone.
If you aren't comfortable discussing it with someone, then write it down and give it to an adult you trust. They'll be able to read it and give you advice and help.
If you're being bullied, please, don't blame yourself and don't stay silent. It's not your fault and you're not alone. Now you guys are going to hear some real life stories of people who've been bullied.
Four years ago, when I came to the United States, I had some classes with the native English speakers who would made fun of my English. When the teacher was asking me questions, I couldn't answer. Not because I didn't know the answers, but because I had a fear and I was scared if I say something, people around me would make fun of my English.
I feel bullied when I was in China. That was when I was in elementary school, and since I was not born in China, so people usually making fun of my accent, Chinese accent, and once there's someone telling me that, hey, you're not from China, right? So go back to your own country.
I felt bullied when I was in middle school and these two boys and their group of friends would call me horrible names and make fun of what I would wear. And they would tell me that the world would be better off without me and that I should just take my own life.
When in 8th grade, my best friend said to me, "Nancy, you're so weird. If you were pretty, no one would talk to you."
I felt bullied when people would make fun of me behind my back because of the way I looked. Back in middle school, appearance is everything, and I guess I didn't match up to people's ideas of normal looking.
I felt bullied when I was in middle school and I would go online and on social media and I would see these anonymous hate messages. They were criticizing my weight and my physical appearance, and I would walk through the hallways and see people just looking at me and laughing.
Sad, very sad, because nobody wanted to be my friend. I used to walk alone in the hallways. I used to do all presentation and group work by myself because nobody wanted me to be in their group just because I couldn't speak English.
It made me feel a little bit depressing and sad. I feel isolated, and it was really hard to find a friend.
It made me feel really sad and worthless, and I ended up getting really depressed after a while, and I just really didn't like myself, and I had horrible self-esteem for years.
Terrible, like there's no depth to who I was as a person and that there's nothing to me except how I looked.
It made me feel really bad about myself, but also really mad. I thought that if other people treated me this way, then it was okay for me to treat other people that way too.
It made me feel horrified and ashamed about myself when I looked into the mirror, and I felt like that 24/7. I would skip meals and refuse to eat, just thinking that it would help me fit in and I'd be accepted by people on like how they looked at me. And I would think that the torment would end if I did that.
Unlike most people, when I'm thinking about those moments, it makes me stronger, stronger, and stronger because I want to be strong enough to stand and fight against bullying. I will not let anybody to be the victim of bullying because I know how it feels and it hurts a lot inside.
Sense of feeling which is depressing, sadness.
What stays with me are the horrible names that they would call me, and for a long time I believed what they said and I would bully my own self in my thoughts. And I just let this go on for so long that I ended up having to go to therapy because just things got so bad.
The negative connotation that goes with how I act and what I like, and how one person who I completely trusted had so much influence over how I felt.
What stays with me is that I affected a lot of people's lives negatively because I bullied them, and I guess I bullied them because I thought it was okay to treat people that way because people had treated me that way.
What stays with me is the low self-esteem and the low self-confidence that I have from hearing those hurtful words, and also just the fighting back the temptations to skip a meal if I'm having a bad day or if I feel uncomfortable with myself. But it's mainly the low self-confidence after just going through all those messages and just reading them and of them just constantly saying negative things about myself.
Hey guys, my name is Naveed, and what I have learned from my experience in the past that we must not bully anybody no matter what. And if you are the victim of bullying, I want you guys to do not care what other people think or say about you. Do what you want to do what you love to do, and do what you enjoy to do. Guys, let me tell you about myself. I'm the Vice President of Student Council, the President of Young Republican Club, and the President of Model United Nations Club. And I'm holding these offices because I don't care what other people think or say about me. I'm sure there are some people that say bad stuff about me every single time they see me. And on the other side, there are some other people that say good stuff about me every single time they see me. But guess what, guys? I don't care. And I want you guys to do the same. If you want to be successful and achieve what you want to achieve, do not worry about other people think or say about you. Do what you want to do.
What I had learned from this experience, which was be strong and be who you are, and do not never ever listen to what the bully tells you, because what they're trying to do is trying to put you down, and if you listen to them, they're going to succeed. You don't need permission from them, you don't need recognition from them to be who you are. So be strong.
Hey guys, my name is Christina, and what I've learned from my bullying experience is that you should not be afraid to ask for help and talk to someone, whether it's a parent, a teacher, a friend, or even a therapist. If you feel like you need professional help, you should not feel ashamed. Therapists are there to make you feel better and to listen to you. I still have to go to therapy because the bullying affected me so much. Asking for help is not going to make your situation any worse, it's just going to make things better for you.
Hi guys, my name is Nancy. It actually took me a really long time to realize what I had learned from this, which was that this was a toxic friendship. I realized that putting effort into being her friend was not worth being her friend. And guys, your main job is to protect yourself. If there's somebody in your life that's negatively influencing you, it's not a problem to set boundaries with them or to be like, hey, what you said really was not cool. Okay, your friends are supposed to build you up and make you feel good about yourself. If they're not, if they're putting you down, it may be time to walk away, and that's not a problem.
Hi guys, my name is Shivani, and what I've learned from this experience is to never fight fire with fire. Bullying is a torturous chain of people hurting each other for no good reason, and if you can find it within yourself to forgive your bully, regardless whether they ask for it or deserve it, and move on, then you end the chain and you're saving so many more lives.
Hey guys, my name is Bailey, and what I've learned from this experience is that doing harmful things to your body, like skipping meals, binge eating, or throwing up afterwards, just to try and fit in and get acceptance, doesn't help your situation, it just makes it worse, because your body isn't meant to endure those type of things. And whatever that bully said to you isn't true, and by believing them, you're just giving them power over you. Now, there's only one of you. You guys only have one body, you only have one life. So you need to love and take care of yourself, because you'll be happy that you did, and be satisfied with who you are, and be so excited for what you can become. Now you guys are going to learn what you can do if you are bullied.
Hi guys, I'm Clarissa, and we're going to talk to you about what to do if you are a bully. So every day, 160,000 students stay at home from school because they're scared that if they do come to school, they're going to get bullied. And you guys don't want to be the type of people who allow this to happen.
Nearly 14% of all high school students have considered suicide, and 7% have tried it. How would you feel knowing that your actions led to someone harming themselves this way? If you've been a bully, it's not too late to change, and you can still apologize and make it up to the person.
Like you said, even though what you didn't do, even what you did wasn't okay, it's never too late to change. You can always show compassion and apologize for what you did. When I was in middle school, there was this one kid that bullied me because of my weight, and later on he ended up apologizing to me, and now we're best friends to this day, and I'm really glad he did, because he changed the whole thing around. Now we're going to hear from what you can do if you're a bystander.
Hi guys, I'm going to talk to you about being a bystander.
So, a bystander is defined as a person present but not involved, chance spectator, or onlooker.
So, raise your hand if you know for a fact that you've once been a bystander. Who has seen a situation where someone was being bullied? Put your hands up.
We're here to show you that a bystander plays a huge role in a situation. If you don't speak up, you're just allowing bullying to happen.
Studies show that 90% of students are bullied between their 6th grade year and their graduation, but only 60% of these cases are actually reported. Now, when most people hear about bullying, the first thing they think of is the guy who walks down the hall who's really big and pushes everyone into lockers, but that's not always the case anymore. Bullying can be much more indirect. It can be anything from making mean or insulting comments to talking behind your friends' backs. But just because it's not as direct or aggressive doesn't mean that you should ignore it.
If you see bullying, don't be afraid to step up.
Hi guys, I'm Phil. I'm on the football team, and you know how there's always like hazing going around, like everyone messing around, but everyone loves each other. Just messing around to have good fun, and just have a good time. And I know there's certain people that take it hard. There's one person that particularly took it hard, and I see it every time. And I go up to him afterwards, and I just let him know, hey, you're an awesome dude. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about those guys. They love you. They love you more than anything. And it makes his day. And I really encourage you guys, if you're a bystander, to say something afterwards, or say something right away to the victim, because it really makes a difference.
If you do see someone being bullied, the most important thing you can do is to step up and tell the bully that what they're doing is wrong. If you stand up for the victim, it's going to make them feel better, and it's going to make the bully realize that what they're doing is wrong.
Don't join in on the bullying. Just because, if you... Don't join in on the bullying. If the bully wants you to join in, just walk away.
Other rumors stop at you. If you hear a rumor, just don't spread it. If your friend or someone else tries to tell you a rumor, just say you're not interested in it.
And tell an adult. If someone is being hurt, tell an adult. And if you feel uncomfortable about telling them, just ask them to make sure that they keep your comments private.
You can also offer help to the victim. You can be friendly with them and make sure that they're okay. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to become their therapist, but just make sure they know that they're not alone and encourage them to stand up for themselves.
Now we're going to show you guys some ways that you can intervene.
Alright, class, get in groups of 2 or 3.
Yeah, get aces, pre-AP.
Melissa, she doesn't even have a partner. Do you think we should include her in our group? Why? Oh, look at her, she's all alone. So what, as long as we can get an A on this. Hey Sasha. Yeah. Do you want to meet our group? Yeah, sure. Awesome.
You guys see that season 6 of Gossip Girl on Netflix now?
Oh my gosh, yes, I cried at the finale.
I love these.
But Chuck and Blair forever.
Ew, oh my gosh, did you see what she's wearing? What is this, Hawaii 5-0? That was a Hawaiian shirt. That's embarrassing.
You know what, I'm standing up for her because I really like her song.
Did you guys see that kid Alex from Target?
Oh yeah, he's so attractive.
I know.
No, he's not. Nash Gear is so much cuter than him.
Oh my god, he is so hot.
Oh yeah. Isn't
His
he? And
eyes
Cameron
are
Dallas.
so
Oh
pretty.
my
Oh, they're
gosh.
so attractive.
Yeah,
I love them.
Hey, look at that girl over there. She's sitting alone.
Should we invite her? She's kind of weird.
I mean, I don't know. Imagine if that was you sitting alone though.
I guess so.
Whatever. Hey, do you want to come sit with us?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shazane. I'm Melissa.
I'm Brenna.
Hi, I'm DJ. I'm new here.
Oh, well, do you like Starbucks?
Yeah, I do.
I have an extra pumpkin spice latte if you want
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Cheers.
All right. So who here knows what a random act of kindness is?
A random act of kindness is going out of your way to do something for somebody else. It can be as small as smiling at somebody in the hallway that looks kind of sad, or throwing them a surprise birthday party. Whether it's big or small, as long as it's random and it's kind.
Yeah, and everyone has a certain story about that. Just some time when someone said something nice to them and you're like, wow, that really made my day. Do you have one, Grant?
Yeah, I do. I know, right? Well, it actually been a few weeks ago. I was driving around in my minivan and decided I wanted to get me some Starbucks. So I was in line, ordered me my nice pumpkin spice latte, and realized I was 10 cents short. And I was freaking out. I had no idea what was I going to do. I was racing. Was I just going to leave without getting the drink? I was really thirsty. And then the guy's like, hey, you're good. The car in front of you paid for free. I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, the guy in front of you, it's been going on for like 30 cars now. They just go, and each person decided just to pay for the car behind them. And I was like, all right, cool. So I got me a nice, somewhat free drink because I ended up getting all the money I had for the car behind me. And it was just awesome. It made my day.
Hey y'all, that was a really good presentation.
Oh, thanks for that random act of kindness, Andrew.
Yeah, anytime, brother.
Now I got a video from here.
Good morning, Adam. Hey, Mr. Lucas.
Oh, hey, Adam, what's up? Let me get this for you.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up instead of getting on the internet and checking a new.
Great job on that quiz, Adam. Thanks, Dr. Dobbs.
Hey, Miss Rasmussen.
Hey, Adam, how you doing today?
Hey, Adam.
Oh, hey, ladies.
My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music.
Oh, hello, Adam. Hey, Mr. Pullen. Mind if I tweet it up? Yeah, sure thing. You bet.
let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft.
Adam, where are you going?
Oh, good morning, Adam.
Hey Adam, what are you doing in the elevator? Is everything okay?
Hey, yeah, everything's good.
Everything doesn't look fine, Adam. You're alone crying in the elevator. If something's wrong, you can tell us. We're here to help.
Well, you see, everybody's making fun of me on Twitter, and I just feel like everyone hates me.
Oh, Adam, don't ever listen to people on the internet, and if it really bothers you, come in and see an adult, or come in and see us in Pier. Alright, Rob, I think I know how we can cheer him up. Ready? Ready? Ready.
Is it recording?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Tell me, when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long. 'Cause I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on your brother when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. Just might have a problem, 'cause you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Hey guys, we're so rich here. We're here for you guys whenever you guys need someone to talk to you. My name's Adam.
I'm Taylor. I'm Sarah.
I'm Liam.
I'm Jada.
I'm Clarissa.
I'm Casey.
I'm Sean.
I'm Maddie.
I'm John.
I'm DJ.
I'm Samara.
I'm Graham. I'm Phil. I'm Andrew.
I'm Christian.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Gus. Alright, in case you guys didn't know, Peers Group students trained to listen. If you feel stressed, have problems, or just want to talk, come stop by. In order to do so, you need to see a teacher or a group counselor and set up a confidential meeting. And now we'll pass it back to your MC.
Wasn't that a great time? Well, we'd like to thank you. You guys have been a great audience. We have a few closing notes and a final performance for you, so I'm handing that over.
All right, you guys. So what we want you to take from this assembly is that there are 400 of you in here, more than 400. You're going to be here together for the next 4 years, so why not make it wonderful? Be kind to each other. Make this a happy and safe place for everyone in your grade and everyone in the school.
And to end the show, we have some talented ladies singing Fill a Heart, but before that, Mr. Missick has something to say.
Just a quick wrap up from me before I turn it over to Mr. Missick. One of the big things I want to make sure everybody knows in here, when I took this job last year, I truly honestly think after 10 years of being here, that this is the best and one of the greatest high schools in America. And that's a direct reflection of everybody that's in this room, everybody that's on the stage right now, and the community that's around us. But the biggest thing I want to make sure everyone understands and knows is that you truly are valued, you truly are somebody that's special, and there's not a single person in here that doesn't contribute to the positive outcomes discoveries on an everyday basis. So special thanks again to Pierre and all of our student volunteers, as well as to Ms. Pruitt and Ms. Stender for all their help doing this today. And once again, we know that there's the rest of your life, you're going to be faced with people that are going to want to do things that we consider bullying or put things down. But you can take a step to help out not only yourself, but help out others if you see that. So please make sure you're doing the right thing. Last thing I think before we get it out is Mr. Missick is one of our staff members that coordinates our positive behavior interventions and support. And we also have a program that we call Expect Respect that goes through that and has a few anti-bullying messages there.
So PBIS, you guys may have been exposed to that a little bit recently when we did an attendance recognition. We had a DJ at lunch because everybody in the school showed up on time and showed up with a positive attitude. PBIS is encouraging positive behavior. And along with that, as Mr. Wilburn said, there's something called Expect Respect. Every school in Loudoun County has to have a word or phrase that kind of indicates to that person that's doing something not very positive, so bullying somebody, where if they hear that word or phrase, they know to stop doing what they're doing. So the word at Stonebridge we're going to be using, we're going to have a video from the PBIS student team called the Hope Squad, and we're going to be putting that out before winter break. The word we're going to use, and we're going to show you guys on the video, but we're going to start letting you guys know this, is enough. So if you see somebody bullying somebody, or they're not treating you very nicely, you should use the word enough. And if you are doing something, and it's maybe not the nicest thing to do, you're bullying somebody, you're not being very positive to somebody, and somebody tells you enough, that should tell you to stop doing that behavior. So that is something, again, you guys will see more of in the future, but the word enough is our word at Stonebridge. Other schools have words and phrases, maybe some other schools have that same word, but that's the word that you guys will hear commonly throughout this year. And, all right, take it away.
There's so many lives struggling to fight just a little bit more. Trying to provide, barely getting by, could be right next door. No one should be left alone in the dark with the love and the broken heart. I know we can make the world better if we come together. You gotta believe that we can change the outcome if we join in, reach out a hand. All it takes is someone stepping forward, making a stand. You and I is where it starts. You and I can be a heartbeat, a soul in the heart. You feel like giving up, doubts are growing, but you gotta keep on somehow. Hear the sound of hope, let everybody know we have the power to turn this around. No one should be left alone in the dark with the love and the broken heart. I know we can make the world better if we come together. You gotta believe that we can change the outcome if we join in, reach out a hand. All it takes is someone stepping forward, making a stand. we join in, reach out a hand. All it takes is someone stepping forward, so let's make a stand. We can change the outcome if we join in, reach out a hand. All it takes is someone stepping forward, making a stand. You and I is where it starts. You and I can be apart. No need to look very far. Here is where it starts. We are so fill our heart.
Thank you guys so much for coming out and hearing what we had to say. We all really stand behind this message, and we're all here for you. We want to challenge you guys to go out and make a difference in someone else's life and stand up to bullies. Thanks.
Chords. I hope that that's the recording.
Anyway, on the schedule, we haven't set up. We have moved it. And Mr. Mayor.